yours doesn't have a carrying power. Great, Bogard. You made it.
What the hell?
Another post-teleport discard. An imperfect copy.
By the way, what do you do with failed copies? Guide? Are you there? The bastard disconnected again. I do not like it more and more. Hopefully after opening the Rainbow Gate, I can finally find this damn hotel. It worked, Guide. End of these games lead me straight to the hotel.
Congratulations, Bogard. I admit that I am impressed. Your mind is not at all overrated. I do not receive such distinguished guests on Regulus very often.
I am not interested in that. Lead me to the hotel now.
Mastering in crisis situations is not your strongest point, Bogard. But your wish is my command. Forward.
Just as I thought, this entire Andromeda Hotel is just a scam. We've got ourselves into a damned wild thing. I hope Bogard is fine. Am I right, dear guide?
Take a deep breath, my Amia. Inspire with your strong lungs the fresh air of our amazing planet. Listen to the murmurs, the mysterious speech of an alien civilization. Please your eyes with the darkness of the clouds that cover the sky of Regulus. Immerse your hands in the river. Touch the surface that so few people have seen so far. That's almost like in Solaris, huh? The extraordinariness of that huge ocean was also incomparable to anything on Earth. Any attempts to draw comparisons are always subject to subjective distortion.
I appreciate your eyes and sense of humor, my guide. But as far as I understand, Andromeda Hotel is a bit of a scam. Where is Bogard then? Is he safe? Speak.
In such places, Amia, where possible, excessive imagination may become fatal. At the top of the central tower, you will find a capsule. There's a task inside it that should not cause you any problem.
A capsule? I will not get into any capsules before you tell me what the hell is going on here. The elevator actuating mechanism seems simple.
I don't expect problems here. Follow the light, haha. Everything we see is a point of view, not the truth.
Whoa, sounds like some classic quote. Was it Marcus Aurelius?
You missed, honey. That was Julius Caesar.
Marcus Aurelius.
Good girl.
All right. What's the fuzz about this capsule?
It will lift you up to the sky. You will finally meet Bogard there.
That's good, because I thought you were gonna say, God.
Oh, Amia, please. I wouldn't expect such primitive jokes from a mind like yours.
Anyone who doesn't expect the unexpected one will not discover it. Heraclitus of Ephesus.
However, I'd advise you to focus on the task.
Bogard? Bogard? Is that you? Wait! I must have just imagined it. It looks like all the 4 steel bridges meet in the middle tower. There is a dome on the top. It's probably there that I have to get. I think I'm lost.
Finally! I was waiting for you. I thought I would die of boredom.
Some people die here in different ways.
Capsule ready for takeoff. Just activate the launching mechanism.
Engine 1 activated.
These glowing mushrooms are truly impressive. In the trip folder, they certainly didn't write that the Andromeda Hotel is underground. Is that Austerus? Then this place can be a mine. Same panels, and 5 valves at the top and bottom. Do they match the lights on the main panel?
troubles, Bogard. Look for the correct arrangement and match it to the layout of the gateway. Remember that only one identical pattern is appropriate. The valves at the top and bottom correspond to the arrangement of the lights. This is the key to the gate. specific direction. They won't stop until they hit an obstacle. While being in the interactive mode, you can set the view as you wish. To do that, you need to press the left mouse button and hold it.
Some residue from mining machines. Perhaps a starter. They left it, although there is not a single machine anymore. It's austerus, so incredibly shiny. A mineral much harder than diamond. I wonder how much of it they discovered. Orange particles indicate that argillon residue still circulates in the air. My father told me that it appears only where there is not much light. This is why it is easiest to locate it in caves and mines. But that would mean that argillon is still here. And still they left. Hi, what are you doing here?
And who are you? Another desperado?
No, a tourist. At least that's what I thought.
A tourist? A tourist. So that's what they call you now.
What are you looking for here? Not gold, I guess?
Oh my dear. What you can find on this cursed planet, it's more precious than gold.
You mean austerus, right?
You have quite a lot of knowledge for a tourist.
I've read a lot about Regulus.
They didn't hide this quite well enough on Earth?
My father is a scientist.
Anyway, indeed, this is austerus. Metal several times harder than diamond. Can you imagine that?
Bogard. My name is Bogard.
Frank, although names don't really matter here. I'm a geologist. I worked for many years in NASA. They teleported me here to supervise the extraction of austerus and argillon.
You mean this gas?
You know a lot. Yes, the argillon-based multi-component mixture was supposed to become the most efficient rocket fuel. They wanted to use it to fuel ferries and space vessels. The energy that can be generated using argillon would even allow space stations to be powered that so far have been powered electrically by a set of giant solar panels.
What went wrong?
These raw materials are scarce, Bogard, and the cost of their exploitation was enormous. Or maybe it was just our technology that failed. But I think that it all began to change with the appearance of this man.
What man?
I think that's his fault.
Frank, what's going on?
Embezzlement. Undermined.
Frank, what's going on here?
A copy. Bogard, I'm...
Finding the right setting will start the walkway, Bogart.
This is a 12-digit system. The high value will probably raise the stone platform up. The low will lower it down. The lever opened the gate. Golden mushrooms! Awesome!
It was worth arriving at Regulus for such views, wasn't it, Bogart? Fascinating, exotic beauty. I felt the same when I first put my foot on the surface of this planet.
Now, however, I would like to see Amia. How can I get out of here? up and away. Another teleporter. I probably have no other choice.
Amazing. How do they float above the sky? Does this mechanism allow us to move bridges?
That's right, Amia. From the right, to the right. From the left, to the left. While being in the interactive mode, you can set the view as you wish. To do that, you need to press the left mouse button and hold it. Whoever created this riddle had a good head on his shoulders. You need to reach each of the 4 sources of power, taking a different path every time. Only this way, one can open the main gate. The safe is locked tight. You will have some work to do here. But what is that for you?
I'm starting to be sick of this jerk.
You are hurting me, Amia. Remember that I hear everything. Every single thought of yours. Even the unexpressed one.
The rule seems easy. One key moves 2 circles. The first from the top moves the 2 down, and the colors of lights correspond to the appropriate circles. Bogard? Is it you? I hear your voice in the communicator. Say something, Bog.
It breaks, but I hear you.
Where are you?
I don't know.
And a hotel?
There is no hotel. This is some place, Amia. I completed weird tasks on the way. A few complicated riddles. In the end, there was a portal, but instead of finding myself in a hotel, I was underground. I think there used to be a mine out here.
We've gotten ourselves in something bloody weird, Bogard. I think it's a kind of a test.
Yeah, these dirtbags lure people of high intelligence on the pretext of an excursion. It's some fucking experiment. And this guide, do you think he is behind it?
I don't know. He for sure is guilty of something. Maybe he works for someone.
Where are you?
I have no idea. Somewhere high. There are some structures floating above my head. They look like fixed balloons suspended under the sky.
It's Argilon, a gas that's apparently present only here. They have explored Regulus in search of its deposits. They were mainly interested in Austerus, a metal with hardness several times that of diamond, and that gas I've mentioned. They wanted to use it as a fuel. Father said that this could revolutionize the exploration of space. But there was very little of that gas. Or maybe they just found little.
They withdrew because it was not profitable.
Yes, they have transformed Regulus and several twin planets into tourist attractions.
Teleporting travel agencies for wealthy, spoiled kids, freaks, and scientists.
But on Regulus, something went out of control. Someone making fun of us.
So, what should we do?
I have no idea. We have nothing to do but move forward. It has to...
The ball should firmly fit to the round field. safe is open. I think that's the main mechanism. It has to be turned on. The appropriate combinations correspond to the circuits of the 4 gateway power mechanisms. Oh, you here? I met your colleague outside.
We make a team, Amia.
Are there more of you on Regulus?
There used to be quite a lot of us. Just imagine how many minds were needed to create all that you can see here.
What happened to the rest? Did they return to Earth?
Oh, that is a long story. Anyway, you'll probably learn it on your own, soon.
What's happening here, man?
Follow the route, and you'll discover the truth. For the moment, there's another task ahead of you.
Why?
Another task ahead of you, Amia. Good luck!
To solve the puzzle, you need to set up all 4 devices correctly. A button in the center of the device is illuminated. Press it. You can do this on any device. Setting on the device is shown when you press the center button.
Finally. Where should we go now, guide?
I reached some town. The buildings resemble a city on Earth. There are lanterns, cobblestones, pots, urban architecture. All you need are traffic jams and madmen on the streets.
Apparently they wanted us to feel like at home.
Yeah, there's even something like a coffee shop.
Fancy a small latte, huh, Bog?
With a warm apple pie and whipped cream? There's a tunnel with a kind of mechanism inside. However, a closed lock is blocking the entrance. Bringing the energy beam should open it.
Position the pins to obtain the correct direction of rotation. And remember the configuration.
Lighthouse. The Regulus Ocean is incomparable to anything on Earth. Misty colors, two suns setting with rusty or steel glow, and that hypnotic noise. These potatoes and apples look fresh. They can't be here for too long. How is that possible? This windmill is probably a power source.
Take a look around you, Bogard. Look for a hint on the streets. But take some time to appreciate the work of our architects. We have brought the charm of a historic port town into the wild alien planet.
I would certainly have chosen this place for proposing to my girlfriend. This ocean whispers, just like it's Solaris. However, instead of a bouquet of roses, I would rather choose...
Cut this cynical crap, Bogard. We've done a lot of work and put a lot of effort to make it beautiful one day, Bogard.
You mean the failed teleported copies don't want to get a coffee while they're around?
Enough!
Professor Tarrant, I presume? Amia told me. She met you at Regulus.
I finally found him. And who are you?
My name is Bogard.
So, you're Amia's fiancé?
Almost. I'm her brother, Professor.
Regulus has trapped you, right? Goddamn planet. But it was worth it to come here to see this. I called it Palmer, after Palmer Eldridge. It has 3 horizontal bars on the back, 3 stigmata. It's incredible.
I'm not quite sure who you are talking about.
About Palmer, Bogard. You can meet many at Regulus. They used to carry out experiments on them, which is why there are so many copies. And after that, they took them here with them when leaving Earth. People don't like loneliness, Bogard, but cats do.
So, what you were looking for at Regulus, Professor, was a cat?
An unusual cat. palmer is a rare species of wildcat.
And you have found it, Professor? I guess?
Indeed, my dear Bogard.
So, where is it now?
Last time I saw it over the ocean. I took a photo, but Palmer is invisible on it, like a vampire. That's also interesting, isn't it?
Sounds very interesting. I should go now. Good luck, Professor.
Good luck to you too, Bogard. You're already close to confrontation. Remember that the most difficult thing is the truth about ourselves. We don't need other worlds. We need mirrors.
Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye, Bogard.
Start up the windmill and deliver energy to the rock sluice.
Good morning. What are you doing here all alone? Where are other people?
I'm waiting, my dear. He will finally come. He'll come back to me.
But who? Who are you talking about? My name is Bogard, ma'am.
I used to watch with him, the vessels flying like galactic swans toward the arms of Orion. Together we admired the oldest beams of spacelight glowing in the darkness close to the Tannhauser Gate. When he hugged me for the first time on the edge of the Regulus Ocean, I only whispered, "Dear God, there are so many stars here." He'll be back, Bogard. I'm sure he'll be back.
So, you're waiting for...
My name is Hannah. I'm waiting for my husband, young man. Captain Rutger Batty, leader of artificial dissidents in the battle for Orion's belt. Rutger is my best friend, my only love. Each time, Bogard, there is a copy that returns. They sent me his perfect copy. They think I won't realize it, but actually, I will always recognize his touch, Bogard. Rutger's touch is gentle, like a May morning by the Mississippi, or like stardust.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sure Captain Batty will come back to you.
I see all our moments spent together through tears. They dissolve in my eyes like tears in rain. My best friend, my only love.
2 towers. This is where the tunnel behind the lock leads to. The power source is now active. I have to route the beam with these poles. But where to? you go. The lock is opened. It's time to say goodbye to the port town. I will never forget the whisper of the redulous ocean.
You have to get to the largest building. To do this, activate the elevator trigger.
An abandoned town.
Are you sure it's abandoned, Bog?
I guess there was a research center here. This looks a bit like the scientists' apartments.
What happened to them?
I have no idea. Or maybe these were just copies
A town of teleportage copies? Or a colony?
of ghosts.
Left side rotation on the left, right side rotation on the right.
I think the bars spread around the town work as tips.
symbols mean anything?
So, we finally reached the hotel.
Do you think the same that I do?
Andromeda means death? Yes, that must be his seat. The command center.
So let's meet the asshole that lies behind all of this.
This is the end of our journey.
And here's our guide. So, it's you who's responsible for all this mess, isn't it?
From the very beginning, I knew that you were both exceptional, Amia. Emmanuel Fort, at your services.
We've read your logs on the way. Who was Charles Fort for you?
Does it really matter? I've taken his name. It's a kind of tribute to his genius.
The experiment is over, you psycho. We go back home.
Don't blame me, Bogard. I had to try. I had to know. I'm dying.
The teleportation is still not safe. You offered people something you can't control. You knew about it, right?
The progress of civilization always requires sacrifice, Amia. It's nothing personal.
What actually is the problem? The lack of 100% compliance?
The consciousness, Bogard. At the physical and chemical level, everything is fine. Experiments on animals have given perfect results. Rats, cats, even monkeys.
But with humans, it somehow went out of control. That's where the failed teleportage copies come from. What are they?
They don't know anything, Bogard. They don't know anything. The consciousness, well, during teleportations, it gets slightly dispersed.
Why didn't you give up on this?
You, as twins with an extremely high IQ, were perfect objects. The history will never forget what you did.
You scum.
I know, Bogard. You feel resentment. These are your emotions. But please, believe me. It's easy to make judgments, but progress requires to sacrifice individuals. It has always worked like that. My uncle, Charles Fort, was one of them.
Your uncle? Bro, he lived 200 years ago, and he was quite a psycho, just like you.
People often confuse genius with madness, Amia.
Okay, let's finish this show and go back home, Mr. Genius. When the relevant services will learn about it all.
Oh, because you think they don't know? So smart, and at the same time, so naive.
We will deal with this on our own. We will solve this here and now.
Don't do that, my love.
Too late. It's over, you psycho.
Now we can go back home.
Only one of you will go back home. You failed teleportage copies.
Failed teleportage copies? What are you talking about, you madman?
The dead are not allowed to leave, Bogard. This is a planet of ghosts.
What is this jabbering bog?
Only one of you, Amia. Only one. All logs are hidden in this room and are protected on disks. I've also sent them to the appropriate places on Earth. I've become immortal.
You'll end up in a psychiatric hospital.
The work of my life has ended, Bogard. It's time for me.
He said that one of us was a copy, Amia.
It's impossible. What if he was right, Bog?
Then one of us will come home, and the other will stay here forever. It's our nemesis. Our destiny.